because my father had to move around an awful lot for work, we never really settled in any one place. And that meant that we never became locals anywhere. We were always a little bit out on the edge or outsiders. And the next poem I'm reading is called In Search of Place, to try and to make sense of that, of never actually being part of a community. And I suppose a lot of the connections with America is because of that so often our relations were coming back from America, and America was always a subject of conversation in the house. In Search of Place. In language not quite said, I learned from birth that we were not of place. Did not, like locals, have the maps that charted lines of lineage buried around tribal walls. We spoke in accents not the Galway way, nor any other needed to mark us in. Lived in a house where walls dripped with the constant sound of lacking. My mother lived for letters from New York, which promised greenbacks to hold a slate wiped clean. Yet she, the very one who cried and said they were badly off to write that their flight was booked for June. Wallpaper cracks were patched up once again, good linen borrowed from one who was of place, while faces pinned to the front window watched for the first sound of Denny's car that drove to Shannon to bring them back. We rolled in the words they brought, cookie, mall, and faucet. Found faucet the one I never could translate, no matter how I tried, for the rain barrel was tapped to nothing but the sky. I saw New York at 11 when my father died, a man still out of place, and aunts who needed to be kind tried to ease small children lose the chart of him as he stretched out, lips blue, my little brother screaming when he kissed him cold. Jackie Kennedy and my mother were widows together, and photographs taken in her black dress that she wore all that year and never touched again showed she looked more at home on the steps of St. Patrick's Cathedral than cycling the length and breadth of the Hazel Road for bread and milk on tick. I could not wait to flee, holding my breath until the train crossed the Shannon, and I could sigh again in the soggy stranger's air of Gardner Street. Left behind the sharp taste of ripe nut, while strawberries foraged from out-of-way places, to walk streets where being a stranger came easy, and my heart knew nothing of the way home.